by normal standards, I should have no choice not to come here. My wife is launching a book, I have to be here. But there are reasons which are a little more pertinent than just the book and just a launch of the fact that she's designing houses and restaurants and hotels, and except my rooms in my house, she's designing everything else around the world. But still, I'm a forgiving person. That the book does contain a few things that I would like to mention, even though it may sound strange because she's my wife and we've been married to each other for over 30 years, and it becomes the duty of a husband to talk like this, but only as an individual, because me and Gauri have known each other. She was 14, I was 18, and we've known each other for years. And sometimes when you know each other for very many years, a sense of appreciation for each other's work starts diminishing because you take it for granted. I've been doing what I do for a long time, and Gauri has played her part in the best way possible. We've raised 3 beautiful children. She's been a wife of a movie star who became extremely popular because of the grace of God and people like Suhail. But there was a passion she always had. There was a sense of creativity. There's a little mediocre sense of creativity in our whole family, even the little 10-year-old. We do dabble with paints. We do think we can do a little bit of music, little, not outstanding. And Gauri was also part of that journey, that she's always been a little creative about things, how she would do a space or do a little drawing or a painting. And I think for about 25 years of our married life, or at least 23, 24 years of our married life, we were just so busy settling down in Mumbai. And, this overwhelming response we got from the profession that I am in, just to deal with it and lead a normal life, bring up children, that she never realized that there was an aspect of hers which needed to have some kind of life or some kind of, give vent to it. This book, I think, stands for all that. It doesn't make a difference to all the youngsters, all the people who miss out on a dream of their life to be creative. You can start at any age. I think Gauri started mid-40s. 40, okay, only 40. She's 37 now. In our family, we age backwards. So yes, at 40 she started doing this, at a time when I even told her that, listen, should I be helpful? I have some friends, we can talk to them. And she said no. She started a small 10 feet by 10, 20 feet shop somewhere down in Parel, Lower Parel. And she worked it all out on her own and continued doing what she does. And when I asked her now, years later, because she is genuinely the busiest person in the house now, compared to me, my son, my daughter, and the little one, and my sister. And we're like, what are you doing the whole day? And why do you keep doing so much work? And she says, because it satisfies me. And I think this book stands for that you follow your dreams, do what satisfies you. The material end of it all is not so important. We have dinners at home, which is, we don't have any choice in that. We all have to have dinner together. And on those dinners, we discuss how was your day at work. And at the end of the dinner, the discussion is, it was a satisfying day. Because she believes a satisfying day is a happy day. And at whatever stage, whatever age you are trying to follow your dream, at the end of it all, it's very important to follow that, is what we've learned from Gauri. And I hope everyone who reads this book, of course, it's got lovely designs, it's got pictures of the family, it's got some stuff written in it which I don't understand at all. But it can augur well for people who feel that the dreams have passed them by, and they can come back to it and try it at any age without any formal education, which she could not get because she got married very early, but still make something come out of it which makes you satisfied.
The book is more about design, as you know. Shah Rukh has already told you. Well, it charts out my journey as a designer. Anyone who's interested in design or they want tips on interior decorating their homes. So I've just compiled everything together for people to go through design and whoever is interested. And basically when I chose this profession, designing homes, bringing them to life, was extremely satisfying, exciting, And seeing a smile on the client's face it just gave me so much joy that I enjoyed it so much. I said I have to pen down all those thoughts and, all the designs, all under one book.
You know, when we bought the house we live in now, it was way beyond our means. And being from Delhi, one was used to living in bungalows. One did not realize that Mumbai has a whole system where apartments are even more expensive and bigger, but we are not used to it. Not because I was very well off, it's just that everybody in Delhi seemed to have a bungalow. And we'd come from there, and we used to live actually to the house next to Taj, right here, Millie, and which was my director's house. He had lent it to us and said, you stay here as long as you're making films. And we had not too much money, so whenever as soon as we mustered up some money, we said, we'll go and buy this bungalow. And it was way beyond our means. But we managed to buy it, which was one thing. And then you had to rebuild it because it was quite dilapidated and kind of broken. And then we didn't have money to furnish it. And of course, we called one designer. The lunch that he served us, telling us how he'll design this house, was way more than the salary I used to earn in a month. And we were like, this guy's going to charge a lot. So how do we do this house now? We bought it, what do we do with this? And then the only person to turn was, I said, listen, Gauri, you have little artistic talent. Why don't you become the designer of the house? So actually, Mannat started like that. So whatever little monies we earned over years, we kept on buying small things. I remember we had gone down once even to South Africa, I think, and we had little money and we bought the leather for the sofa that we'll put on. And all those small things we used to buy with, that time when you traveled abroad, I think you got 100 pounds or some amount of money that you were allowed to carry from India. So it was taken only to buy a decoration piece. So it took us a while, and I think that training ground is what actually made her start designing. Because Mannat is, if I may say, a little big. And then, for her to start doing something at such a young age, not realizing without a designer, I think that kind of helped her also to learn. And, then from one thing to the other, she kept on designing stuff. And for me, it's very nice that, I don't have to look for another designer. I can scream and shout at her, "No, this is not nice, you change this and all," which I've never done. I'm just joking. I just wanted to say it here in public. And, it's just easier.
नॉइज लगा दो नॉइज कांग्रेचुलेशन सर बधाई हो परिणीति चड्ढा हो गई है